And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As I said, a quick announcements. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, just so you know, individual reads are back up and open. So if interested, message me directly or email. Either or I'll take. Link is on main, and yeah, we can set that up. So what we're looking at in this round of reads, Virgo, we're looking at your career read for the month of February. Career as in the efforts we put out, what we create within the world, our labor, our output, and hopefully when we start to create and start to do the work, the talents that we have, the reward, purely monetary, but also the other things we get back in return, right? That's the purpose of the career. It's not just a job, paycheck, whatever. That is very much nice depending on how much you get, but it also has to do with how it rewards you back in other ways as well. So, preamble to the read. Take what resonates. If it doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, am not here to purposefully misguide you or mislead you. That's not why I do the work that I do, especially doing this for all 12 signs every month. Trust me, I got better things to do if I was just gonna lie. We lay our cards out on the table, and good, bad, or otherwise, come rain or sunshine, we talk about it. Because tarot, at the end of the day, is a conversation, just an energetic one. So follow along with me in your read today, Virgo, your career read for the month of February. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. We are going to start with a past, present, future orientation, just to watch the trajectory of how this flows, starting with the past. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Virgo in this read. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Virgo in their career read today? Oh, I was about to say easy. Well, could be bad shuffling, but if something does come up, I'll say it. Show us the cards we need to see, please. What about the past orientation for Virgo in this career read? Judgment. Okay. Divine timing and intervention. What lesson is there to be learned? Five of Cups. Pain, sorrow, and remorse in what way? Particularly in career? Oh, Hangman. Interesting that comes up in the past orientation, Virgo, especially the lesson of judgment there. If you wait too long on an opportunity, it may not be there again. Got it. The reason I'm saying this is because the hangman is an act of intention, right? It's not simply the fact that somebody is just waiting upside down for no apparent reason. The hangman is not somebody who committed an act of harm against self. It is rather that person climbed a tree and tied themselves by the foot so that they could look at the world in a 180-degree lens, right? I.e., I'm going to invert my gaze and try to look at the world upside down to learn what I haven't yet seen. Having that next to pain, with the Five of Cups, deep sorrow and remorse, and then judgment on top of all of it. The lesson here being, if we wait too long, something's just going to pass us by, right? If we take things for granted, it will just dry up and dry out. So I'm looking at a Virgo who, yeah, we kind of took something for granted that is very much, just what it is. But the question is, why were we tying ourselves up to the hangman in the first place? Because the expectation it would always be there is also tied to the notion of wanting bigger and better. So why do we not just go for it? And maybe we're going to find that out in the present. So let's move forward. Next, And if you see my eyes going shut for a bit, it's just because I've been doing many recordings, and it can be intense on my eyes with the ring light and all the recording aspects involved. So let's look at the present orientation. What of the here and now? Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Virgo in this read. What of the here and now? That almost never happens. Okay. The first card just came out. It was going to get drawn anyways, but Eight of Swords, the notion of feeling powerless. However, it's not true powerlessness. It's just that the obvious answer is right in front of us. Okay? Three of Swords, heartbreak and regret, a deep, sharp, and immediate pain. How so? Eight of Pentacles, because we knew better. We knew it was right for us. We chose not to take it. The question isn't if. I see it all over the board. The if has already been decided. The answer was no. You didn't go for it. Why? This is very similar to Capricorn's reading so far. So if you do have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, check theirs out as well. But yeah, this one in the present, you're realizing more and more this was exactly perfect and right for you. Now, does it do you much good to just mull over the what could have been? Not really, but also realize your mastery. I think in the past where we, held off on an opportunity, we kind of took it for granted because of that mastery. Now, the purpose of mastery here in the present form is when you realize your power and you realize your gift, it's meant to be acted upon, right? There's no point in having a talent that you don't use in any way, shape, or form. Right? A singer that doesn't sing, an artist that doesn't create, even me as a tarot card reader that doesn't do reads. It doesn't make any sense to have it unless I'm doing it, right? So now in the present, I'm looking at a Virgo who, yeah, do we think we really, messed it up? Possibly, but it's all the more lesson of why we value the gifts that we do hold, right? Never let go of your talents. Everything is useful for something. Future orientation, show us the cards we need to see, please, for the Virgo collective. What the future orientation for this career reading? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it'll take a while, but eventually things will start to spin in your favor again. Why? Six of Swords, when we can move on, when we can accept our own faults and the choices that we made to get here, because it's not a comfortable conversation to have, but it's a real one. And I'm glad that you're up for that challenge, Virgo. And lastly, Seven of Cups, possibility opens itself up again. There we go. So I'm not saying that that possibility is tied to the same exact opportunity, Virgo. What I am saying is that when we start to see the beauty of the world around us, when we just say, hey, the beauty is in the present, and by then we'll be in the future orientation, because you're definitely not there right now. Let's be abundantly clear about that. But when we're able to accept, yeah, I did that and it was foolish and I just wish it was better or different, but I got a lot of life to live and a lot of options to go do, that's when things start to open up again. Magically, but rest assured, it happens the way that it should. You weren't ready to accept it back then. And now in the present, you're realizing two things. One, you're more than equipped to do whatever job or opportunity it was. And that's probably what is irking you the most, is that you just doubted your talents. But more so, you're feeling powerless over, the amount of regret you had of being able to change your circumstance. Here, moving towards the future, no, things can and do change again, but you gotta actually believe it. Maybe that was all that was necessary in the first place. Underneath it all, the Magician, the power of manifestation. One time, I'm taking something for granted and then the opportunity to lock itself out. The next time in the future, eventually, where no opportunities will open up and I will go with them with no hesitation. Big difference, yeah? So let's look at the connective energies. Show the cards that we need to see, please. What are the binding energies that which bridges the gap between the time-based orientations located here in this read? First, we look at the space between the past and the present, the what was and the what is. Show us cards we need to see, please. What connects past and present orientations of this career read for Virgo? Six of Cups, okay. The notion of nostalgia, the things we want fulfilled. Oh yeah, that's definitely, let me hold off on that. King of Wands, the capacity to do right, even though we didn't. And the Hierophant, the card of Taurus. This is something you were waiting on for a very long time to happen. The thing is, it's not just about the anticipation. It's about taking the opportunity when it comes your way, Virgo. The Hierophant, if we're saying that our spiritual calling, right, when we do it by the book reveals all of its knowledge and wisdom to us. That Hierophant, who trusts in the process, means that we also trust that we're right for it. And so that the Hangman has a purpose, because the Hangman is not meant to stay there forever. Right? I'm looking at your past orientation because this was the original calling card of everything that transpired, right? The Hangman is a card of intentionality, because eventually the Hangman is going to get off the tree, right? They only temporarily tied themselves up there in order to get a new outlook on life. And eventually, once they have that and internalize that, they get themselves off the tree. I think we just stayed on the tree for way too long, which caused the entire commotion in the first place. If this is right, it's something that you really wanted to do, then it's going to come in some other form. That I promise you. However, we got to believe it when we see it. If this is something that we said it was worth waiting for, there's also something worth fighting for. When it's in front of us, don't lose the opportunity. Next, what is held between the present orientation and the future? Show us cards we need to see, please. That which bridges the gap between the what is and the what if for Virgo and their read today. King of Pentacles. And so, between your present of, just being really down to the dumps, but also knowing that the answer is right in front of you, we know how to make better investments. That King of Pentacles popping out, saying, hey, yeah, I hate that we had to learn the lesson the absolute hardest way possible, but hey, I know gold when I see it. Next, Lovers, card of Gemini. Here in a career read, because I'm not really tying that to an intimate partner at all, it means this is my life pathway. As I choose it, it chooses me back, and I get reminded every day why I love it so much. Here, the Lovers being, no, yes, this may have been right for me, and kind of took it for granted, and now knowing just how bad I want to be in this field, this career, this partnership, this agreement, this collaboration, whatever that means for you, Virgo, I'm not going to let that vision go. I learned my lesson. I got off the tree. Four of Pentacles, how to hold on to a proper investment. Because it's not just about making it. The King makes that action. The Four makes it stay. Okay? Underneath it all, Three of Wands, the expectation of the future. Here, looking towards the horizon. The Magician, that Three of Wands, now we're moving towards a state of activation beyond just being in the rut of, dang, I wish I could have changed yesterday. Okay? Please find the major arcana stream across the table. I am very much interested in that Hangman for Virgo. We are going to start there. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Define the Hangman for Virgo in this read today. What was the purpose of being trapped in suspension? What was the intent behind this action? Show us the cards we need to see, please. For Virgo in this read. Ace of Wands. Okay. Let me define judgment. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. To wait for the perfect moment means that you're going to be waiting to exhale forever. Right? There is no such thing as a perfect moment. There is opportunities that happen and opportunities that pass you by. Here, in your career read, Virgo, the Hangman with that Ace of Wands, you know, tomorrow's gonna be a good day. I'll do it. I'll finish the application. I'll do whatever I need. Just let me hold off for tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. Well, maybe this weekend. This weekend might be better because I'm just not feeling it right now. Right. That Ace of Wands underneath the Hangman means that we were like kind of procrastinating in a way, at least energetically, internally, when we could have just clicked the button and sent it out. Right. I get that. The lesson here, the Page of Pentacles, the bare minimum, you got to try. Right. The message from the skies, the ultimate judgment to be had is that you got to click submit. You got to finish the application. You got to sign your name on the dotted line. It's about making moves. Okay, got it. Next to the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, the card of Cancer. And so being able to embrace all parts of the journey and not hesitate when it comes from within, right? If we're saying eventually things will spin in our favor, understand once it starts to spin in our favor, once we're ready to truly move on, instead of just, be embarrassed about an opportunity that could have been had, things start to speed up, and they start to speed up very, very fast because the Chariot is the fastest card in the deck. Here, hey, Chariot to that Wheel of Fortune, once it starts, it won't stop. Hopefully we're learning a lesson about what to do in terms of action, right? Next to the Hierophant, 9 Swords. Would our dream become a nightmare, right? So bogged down about how everything had to be absolutely perfect that we lost our chance to just be. Next to Find the Lovers, Judgment. Ooh, interesting. Tied to that Judgment back here. We'll see if you learn the lesson because whatever opportunity it was, it's actually coming back around. Granted, it is in a slightly different form, but it's still, it's like right neighborhood, wrong house, right? It's going to come back around in some way, shape, or form. But the universe is going to see, okay, energetically, you're calling it back in. If I present this to you, you better take it. In a crossing pattern, 8 of Wands, direct intentionality and communication. What is crossing that? 9 of Cups. Because it's not just about having great opportunities. It's about believing that you are the right person for it. Got it. If this means what you claim it does for you, then hold on to your dream. Directly speak that into existence. And maybe, just maybe, you find what you're looking for. Okay. Last, resolution. Your cards of resolution for Virgo in the read. What is held in the space of resolution for Virgo in the read today? What is held in the space of resolution for Virgo in their read today? Eight of Cups. Okay. The reality you're sitting in right now is very simple. We walked away from an opportunity by taking it for granted. Got it. Very simple, very straightforward. Why? Page of Wands. The optimism of what can be changed. Let it be a learning lesson, not a stopping point. Underneath it all, 9 of Wands. And so, with that Magician, the 3 of Wands, everything that we expect to do in the horizon, in the future, what is bound to be held, you only get out what we put in. So if it does come by our way again, will we be able to live in the present and take it? Will we be able to do that properly, Virgo? That is my question and challenge for you. Let's recap your read. Overall, what I see in your read today, Virgo, is that you were kind of trying to convince yourself of the absolute perfect moment to take an opportunity that you've seen would be some abstract of tomorrow, but it's going to be there, and eventually it dried out, right? That's very abundantly clear. And in the present, it doesn't feel good. You're very much kicking yourself, but The lesson that you had to learn here is that when we know we're the right person for it, we just go for it. Sometimes it is that simple. It's not fun, but hey, you're here for a reason right now. And maybe in the future, being able to harness that type of luck and energy for another opportunity that may come back. And I'm saying this very solidly because, again, you wanted it so bad, but you let your nightmares take over. Now, if you're affirming every day and showing just how good you are for whatever thing that you're aiming for, judgment back here and judgment going to the future, universe is listening. But understand, if you deny this opportunity again for another perfect moment, it's never going to come back again, and I guarantee you that. The lesson to be had, the actuality of it all, is that sometimes fulfillment is just saying yes. Sometimes fulfillment is just signing on that dotted line. That's all I got in your read today, Virgo. Hope this conversation helps. And yeah, it's tough to realize that something fell right through our hands, but it's better to realize that our hands are able to catch something. I want you to notice the opportunity that's right in front of you. That way, when it does start to overflow, we'll realize how good we are at taking up opportunities again. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.